Bora lá para mais um episódio de Broken Pieces. Bom, que hora que é? Beleza. Bom, a gente foi no farol, né? Melhoramos a nossa arma. Descobrimos algumas informações sobre o culto e descobrimos que tinha um espião na garagem da nossa casa.
This tape recorder is helpful during late nights. Don't judge me, Pierre. It's my only way to hear a human voice now.
Então, qual que é o nosso objetivo? Encontre a antena na praia. Colete o diário em áudio de Elise. Como que eu faço isso? Não quero. Quero outro tipo de munição. Será que é isso? A gente já ouviu isso, né?
1, 2. 1, 2. It works? Okay. Damn machine. I'm finally starting to understand what's going on here with the electricity. A priori, everything revolves around the lighthouse. Papers and the village, and regularly. I knew that it was a very isolated village, which is what makes it so charming, but I hadn't thought of that. Half of the articles in the Gazette are devoted to the inhabitants who, tired of the cuts, ended up installing small wind turbines for their homes. The other half is about the light
Completely locked.
house, and that's where it gets interesting. I read that the mayor of the village had installed underwater turbines connected to the building, which are capable of producing electricity thanks to the movement of the sea. This has enabled the village
It's so dusty here. I could use a vacuum to clean the vacuum.
to gain autonomy and to overcome the failures of the general
My life turned into an item. Round and round we go, stuck at the same track.
electrical network. Anyway, I think it would be worth going to take a look at the lighthouse. Because if the turbine system is damaged, it could explain why some electrical equipment is out of order while others are still working. I'll tell you what I found.
Colete o diário em áudio de Elise. Como assim áudio de Elise, velho? Bom, outra fita.
Fourth day that I'm stuck. I'm not gonna make it, Pierre. They terrify me. I don't know what to do. They hunt me like an animal. They have taken on a human form, but there is nothing human about them. They come out of nowhere without you expecting it and materialize in a kind of elusive black vapor. I can't do anything against them. I don't know how to fight them. I found a weapon, but I'm struggling to use it, and I'm always out of bullets. There's even more of them at night. They swarm like cockroaches.
A little perfection for the road.
I have to shut myself up at home as soon as
Nem
night.
precisava disso, mas tudo bem.
They prevent me from leaving this cursed village, Pierre. As soon as I try to leave St. Axel, they arrive by the thousands and they get me.
I forgot it was here. Well, now I can clean the first one.
If they catch me, I wake up in my bed and it's been hours, maybe even a whole day.
Completely locked.
I'm their prisoner.
vi. Acho que é o último. Não, tem a...
I would like to tell you about the bracelet you gave me right after we arrived here. You found that gem on the beach and crafted it into this beautiful piece of jewelry. You told me that you felt that this pebble had something special, that it radiated. Well, you were right, you know? He protects me from the monsters I told you about. If I smack it against the ground, it produces a shock wave that violently repels ghosts. Sometimes he can even dissolve them when they attack me. He is so strong that I decided to name him Rocky, since it's a rock. But Rocky is also a sensitive guy, you know? He doesn't like explosive noises. If I shoot a gun in the
Antena na praia.
at that moment I feel transported to another reality, to another time. Once calm returned,
The soldiers were perfectly organized and cut off all access. We had almost zero chance of escaping this mass kidnapping. Like sheep in the dark.
I have the impression that it only lasted a few seconds, whereas about 15 minutes had actually
I can still smell the perfume of stamps and papers. But no one will come to pick up the mail tonight.
passed. Better tease sparingly. Sometimes I feel like he's almost alive. He gets lazy at the end of the day, especially if I made him work a lot. But hey, nothing a good night's sleep can't fix. Anyway, all that to say that he reminds me a bit of you. It's probably silly, but I feel like you're watching over.
Ahead, Boisseau's Park in the beach. Left, St. Exel's Church.
For me through him. And that helps me hold on.
Ixi, tem que... E agora, eu lembro como que era? Boa.
Long time no see, Boisseau's Park.
Vai ter aquela galerinha, com certeza. Vamos ver.
Ahead, the beach and Assumption Church. Right, viewpoint.
É. Carai, pera aí. Mas eu não sei se eu consigo tirar o portão. Ah, o disjuntor. O portão tranca. Deu ruim agora.
Solve this puzzle and win a coin to use in George's workshop.
Que porra é essa? O que é pra fazer?
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again.
Opa! Conseguimos. Uma moeda no museu. Põe a moeda aqui, é
I
isso?
don't think I can get used to it. Amongst birds living in the park, you will find the Corvus picatrix. I know you, you little flying thief. They keep their precious loot inside their beak, which makes it really hard to get back. To prevent such situations, scarecrows were installed by local farmers.
Tipo de passos bem visíveis, extremamente atraídos por cogumelos. Tema corvos. Tá. Peraí. Tem outra aqui.
Let's take a walk, just you and me.
Explorar aqui. Ah, sabia. Bicho é chato, velho. Nepastote. Não sei o que é isso.
I'm going to need something to break those.
Não, não funcionou. É o seguinte. Eu teria que destruir uns espantalhos, é isso? E como eu faço isso?
I could not finish fixing this fence because the damn bird stole my van's key, where all my tools are. I've been trying to get them back, but it's nested high up, and I can't seem to attract it. If you manage to get my keys back, please call me at the number written on my truck, Mr. Levins. That will teach you to look at me sideways.
Nossa, sumiu o espantalho.
Birdie, it's between you and me now. Take that!
Tem um aqui.
Minus for Birdie should feel free to leave its nest now. Now I need to attract it.
Agora sim. E
Attract its nest.
Ah, e aí? Ele saiu do ninho.
There. We told you stealing was bad. Now, I only...
Me deixou cair. Que easy. Chave perdida da van do profissional. Vamos voltar.
Probably not an organized person. He left a client's tape inside his toolbox.
Mensagem da senhora Bosman.
Excellent.
Vamos ouvir.
Hello, Mr. Levant. I'm calling you because I have, again, a problem with the digital code that you installed last year. As I can't see very well at night, I asked you to make each key sound different. But for a few days when I entered the code you gave me, 2 keys no longer make noise. Listen. Could you contact me when you get my message? This is becoming a real problem for me.
Um portão que é de código aqui, ó. As teclas mais usadas, né? Quer ver? Vamos ouvir a fita de novo.
Hello, Mr. Levant. I'm calling you because I have, again, a problem with the digital code that you installed last year. As I can't see very well at night, I asked you to make each key sound different. But for a few days when I entered the code you gave me, 2 keys no longer make noise. Listen. Could you contact me when you get my message? This is becoming a real problem for me.
Tá, o doutor vem aqui. Tentar chegar à praia.
Really wanted to prevent us from following them. They've put it beyond repair during their escape.
Justo, velho. Achei que o corvo tinha pego. Tá nesse. E a fita da senhorinha de novo, velho.
Hello, Mr. Levant. I'm calling you because I have, again, a problem with the digital code that you installed last year. As I can't see very well at night, I asked you to make each key sound different. But for a few days when I entered the code you gave me, 2 keys no longer make noise. Listen. Could you contact me when you get my message? This is becoming a real problem for me.
Stay on the floor.
Saquei qual que é o problema. Então eu posso...
I love the atmosphere of the streets of the village. Too bad this is now linked to where my nightmare started.
Legal. Vou pegar o disjuntor lá então. Boa. Vê se eu desvendo o botão lá. Vamos na paia primeiro, vai. Fazer o objetivo. Tem 200 de novo, vamos.
The energy is not sufficient. This needs an additional source of current.
De energia adicional?
The energy is not sufficient. This needs an additional source of current. The energy is not sufficient. This needs an additional source of current.
Tá, o fio tá vindo daqui. E vai pra lá. Ah. O que isso
I feel that
faz?
the wind turbine is going to need a little help for me to launch.
E agora, como é que eu faço o bagulho virar?
The lever is pushed, but the blades need an initial push. The lever is pushed, but the blades need an initial push. Sweet! It was enough to start the turbine.
Vamos lá que tem energia suficiente agora, né? Aí. Mas que realmente é tentativa e erro, né? Nossa, a garganta tá. Esse não foi. Não, também. Cara, é muito chato isso, velho. Ai, ai. Não tem uma lógica, né, que segue isso.
I am the repairman in charge of fixing this gate. I've found a way to supply current to this unpredictable electrical panel. I've linked it to one of the small wind generators we have in the village. As long as there is wind, there will be current. Only issue is that while I was fixing it, one of those freaking birds stole the key from my van. If you find them, please bring them to my office. Mr. Levins.
Tá, esse aqui eu pulei essa parte, né? Já resolvi. Já fiz isso aqui também, não foi? Tá, já vou. Não é possível isso, velho. Juntores 240 é de um jeito. E todo 220 é de um jeito. É isso mesmo. Nossa, mano, que bosta. Logo na praia porque...
The beach. Here we go.
Dá pra subir? Dá pra ver aí. Ah, dá pra... Opa, então pera aí. Tá, beleza. Tá. Sobras. Dá tempo. Esqueci do lembrete. Chegar até a praia e vamos em busca da antena.
I think I found the antenna.
Achamos já. Ah, tudo é usado para fabricar munição, mas eu não sei ainda fabricar munição.
Nothing.
Pelo menos se o jogo me ensinou, não é nas entrelinhas. É pra lá que eu tenho que ir.
Perfect. This gas pump is probably older than me. Afraid of no boat anymore, are you? You are the one I'm looking for.
Engrenagem, interessante. Nossa, eu tô com... Não sei se eu tenho que ter espaço no inventário, mas acho que eu peguei ela. Aqui vai ter um uma lutinha, não vai não? Ó, sabia. Eita, pô, bastante, hein? O que tá acontecendo que eu não consigo atirar? Sabia. Sabia, rapaz. Tem um café.
Daily menu: mackerel in white wine or mussels marinara. Fisherman's menu: salmon tartare and grilled sea bream. Sounds better than it tastes.
Aqui eu não consigo ir, então é aqui mesmo.
Not too professionally closed, the way I like them. What happens if I remove this circuit breaker?
É, claro, como é que é? Pegar disjuntor? Vou pegar. Eu não entendi.
Snow? You gotta be kidding me.